Thank you for joining this session, Climate Action, Terminology, Processes and More. My name is Nikki Sinker. I'm part of the Auditel network and will be taking you through today's session. The aim is that by the end of this session, you're going to feel more confident talking about climate action, but also being able to support your organisation on its carbon management journey. We're going to start with an overview of the key terminology in relation to climate action before looking at why climate action is so important for organisations, and then going through the key steps of a carbon management journey. So let's start. When we talk about climate action and what organisations can do to affect climate change, we normally talk about their carbon footprint and their carbon reduction plans. So I'm going to begin with explaining what this term carbon is that we refer to. When we talk about carbon, what we're really talking about is 7 different greenhouse gases, which have been identified as doing the damage to the environment and impacting the climate in the way that we're seeing it impacted. Therefore, if we're going to do something about affecting climate change, we need to start doing something about these 7 different greenhouse gases and their emissions. But in order to do that, we need a simple way to measure those gases. Now, when the measurement was being developed, the predominant one of these gases was carbon dioxide. It was well over 60%. So it was determined that carbon dioxide, CO2, would be the base measure. Therefore, when we're talking about dealing with greenhouse gases, and we tend to boil everything back down to an equivalent ton of CO2. So that's why we refer to carbon. When we measure an organisation's carbon footprint, what we're doing is we're measuring all of the different greenhouse gases, and then we're applying to them a factor to each of those gases to bring it back to the equivalent CO2 tonnage.